Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my studio. Today I want to address another area that I get a lot of comments on. I see a lot of stuff posted about, and people just don't seem to understand what the truth is behind it. And that is camera or equipment reviews. How are they done? Are they controlled? Are they limited? Are they thorough? What's the situation of it? All right, so let's start. Let's start first with a pre-release product review. So a camera manufacturer is coming out with a new camera body. They're coming out with a new lens. A tripod manufacturer is coming out with a new tripod. A printer manufacturer is coming out with a new printer. A computer manufacturer is coming out with a new computer. And it's not been released yet. It's not going to be released for 6 months. But you see online a lot of videos and a lot of written reviews about the product. So how did this happen? Did these people just happen to luck out and get a free product or find it on the shelf ahead of time? Not at all. The reviews are done by the manufacturer so that they can get more hype behind that product. And it's something that I read. I like to read some of these. I like to listen to some of the videos on them. But understand, they are very, very, very limited. The reviewers have to sign a legal contract with the manufacturer before they review the product. And some of these contracts are very restrictive. And they don't get to keep the product for a long time. In many cases, it's hours or days, and that's it. So you see this great unboxing video. Oh, look, I got this newest whatever. And they unbox it and they say, oh, look at it. It's shiny. It's new. It's great and everything. That's great. Everything is like that. No matter if it's a great product or a horrible product. It looks great coming out of the box. It looks great when you're first handling it. So they do all this hype. Then they go out and they test the product. Or they may not even be able to go out and test the product. There's actually sometimes the limitations are given that the product cannot be tested outside. They say there's many reasons for this. A lot of times they want to limit the amount of trials that they can do to it, but sometimes they want to keep the product under wraps. I understand that part. I really do. But a lot of manufacturers don't want you to really try out the product. They want the hype. And they know their advertising department, their legal department, they're very strict on what they want to get out there. And they want the hype. They don't want the bad stuff out there. So the pre-release are very, very, very much controlled. They're only in for an hour, a day, or a week, and that's it. That's the amount of time that they've tried it. They've even told people that you can only try it in certain situations. Why? Because they know in other situations they will have issues. So they want it limited. The other thing is, many times when a review is done, a contract is signed and the reviewer is legally obligated to submit the review to the manufacturer ahead of time for it to be approved or disapproved, or for it to be requested of edits be made to the video so that their product sounds better than it is. So be very careful. Don't make your decision based upon these pre-release videos, because that's it. They're pre-release videos. Now, what about products that are reviewed after they're released? Well, it used to be a lot easier to figure it out, but now it's getting to be a lot harder. You want to check out, you want to see if they're actually videos that are being made or reviews that are being made sponsored in any way, shape, or form by the manufacturer. Because again, they may send a free product to somebody. They may send a free camera or free lens, a free computer, a free printer, or whatever to a person and say, hey, you can keep this. You can have it forever. All we want you to do is do a review on it. And maybe every couple of weeks or months, mention it in one of your videos. Now, this is big in other areas, not the photography area, more so than the photography area, but you can watch videos and they'll recommend these products over and over and over again. Oh, did you see my chair is, did you see my chair is just perfect. Oh, did you see my chair is, well, what they're not telling you is the chair manufacturer sent them an $800 chair, and they have to mention every week or two that their chair is perfect and that the chair is made by. And this happens in photography as well. Camera manufacturers will send out a product, tripod manufacturers, computer printers, whatever, will send out a product to somebody for free if they're a bigger name, and they'll say, the deal is you can have this product for free forever as long as you keep mentioning it on a regular basis, and as long as the mentions are great mentions. Nothing about a problem with it. If you don't want to do the reviews anymore, if you don't want to mention it anymore, or if you are mentioning bad things about it, we want the product back. So be very careful, because that happens a lot. In something else that I'm involved in, not photography related, I've been approached by a couple companies to be able to review their great product, their amazing product, their fabulous product. Well, I can tell you that the legal contract is huge that you have to sign. They control everything. You have to submit the review to them, the video to them. They want to be able to, here's the keywords that you have to say in the video. Here's the words that you can't say in the video. Here's what you can do with the product. Here's what you, and it's just not worth it. It's really not worth it. So be careful. If you see a lot of this stuff, be very careful. If the person's saying, yeah, it's a great product, but the one flaw is that it's too perfect, you know that it's being sponsored. So be very careful. Listen to the reviews. See if it's mentioned anywhere in there. Even if it's not mentioned, still be very careful, because some people try to get around this. The other type of review is people who want to, shall we say, get themselves in the good graces of the manufacturer or the supplier. And I see this a lot as well. Somebody will write a review about a camera that they don't even have. They'll write a review about a lens that they would love to have, but they don't have it. And why are they doing this? Because they want the camera manufacturer or the lens manufacturer, whomever is the manufacturer that they're going after, to see this review and say, hey, maybe we should send this $20,000 product to this guy for free, and he'll do a really good review on it. So again, be very careful. Now, what about long-term reviews? We see very little of these anymore. Everything is new. In fact, there's one channel that I go to every once in a while, and everything is, this is the newest, this is the newest, this is the newest, and every day it's the newest camera, it's the newest lens, it's the newest this, it's the newest that. Once they reviewed it, they box it back up, they send it away, and that's it. They don't have long-term. And many channels are like that. Many reviews are like that. But there are a few places out there, a few reviewers that will go with a longer-term review. They actually try the product. In fact, one group that I know reviews a certain product, and they will not take the product from the vendor, from the supplier, from the manufacturer. They will go and buy it themselves, review the product themselves. If they like it, they keep it. If they don't like it, they sell it or they get rid of it somehow. And that's how they do all their reviews. You can trust the reviews. The reviews are very honest from these guys. But even their long-term reviews, it's based upon them using the product daily, weekly, monthly. It's not a long-term review where it's set in the cupboard and they've done nothing with it. Now, people say, are reviews useful for you to decide on a product? I like watching a review to see if they mention the benefits that I would like to see in that product. I don't take anything, though, without it being with a grain of salt. And here's a perfect example. I was looking for a camera. I was going to switch my camera systems a number of years ago. I saw this review. It was a great review. It was an amazing review. They says, oh, all this stuff is really good. All this stuff is great. All this stuff is amazing. I took some long-term reviews. I read through them. I watched videos on it. Everything was great. The problem was that they never used the product in the same situation that I would be using the product in. So they never actually mentioned if it would work for me. It wasn't until I went out and borrowed that product from a friend, tried it out in my situation, did I find that that product wouldn't work for me. So again, be careful. Short-term reviews, I don't put much emphasis in at all because usually they don't run into a problem in a short-term review. Long-term reviews where the person's actually used the product, tried the product out over and over again, I put in a bit more credibility, shall we say, into those reviews, but still, be very careful. Do your research, do your due diligence, and don't get suckered in by some of these groups and organizations that are only doing it so they can get product, money, sponsorships, or whatever. So until next time, have a great day. Get out there and take some amazing pictures. If you are looking at buying new equipment, try it out before you buy it, or buy it with the ability to return it if it doesn't work for you, and enjoy photography. We'll talk to you again. Bye-bye now.